Pinky's up.
What the hell's going on, everyone? Hello, y'all doing? Jeff Rose in the house. Weed Nerds in the house. Dags, great to see you. Dr. LeBay, how are you doing? I see you got the train rolling. Everything's flying, doing well. I imagine G-Bay will be along here any second now. As per usual, no worries there. Fuck, man, how's everyone's day? I had a good day. Didn't have to work too overly hard, but it was busy, so the time went fast. You know, that's always a good thing. Cheers, Iceni. Great to see you hanging out here. And then when at the end of it all, when we were done at the end of the day, I got to go out to the native dispo on West Side Road, and boy, did I go shopping. Great big smile on my face. And yeah, you guys want to see some of the shit that I got? Look, it's like I got to carry it on a platter like a waitress kind of shit. So you go there and like their live resins, their diamonds, their live hash rosin are all basically 5 for $50, so $10 a gram if you go in there. Right? You can't beat that anywhere that I've found, at least. So I loaded up. I got a bunch of shit, and then they had caviar, which I asked, is that diamonds and sauce? And I said, yeah, that's diamonds and sauce. And they had 5 for $65 on those, I think, right? So we went and loaded up and just got a fucking plethora of shit. And then I was like, I went in there with a set budget, right? Because it's my last week here, so I won't be anywhere near the native dispos for the foreseeable future. So it was like the old lady and I would just kind of pool our funds together so we can maximize and just have good store at home to get us last us for however long it fucking lasts, you know. And we did that. And they also, so as I'm like, I get all these picked out, we'll go through and see what I've got here in a minute. And then I'm like, okay, I still have a little extra cash to burn, so let's see what else we got. Dude, $25 live resin cartridges. I don't do cartridges typically, but I was asking one of my coworkers, how much would these go for back home at one of our dispos? And he says probably about $35. I said, okay, cool. You're saving money and going to the native dispos right there. This is what I like to hear. A couple of gangster ass pre-rolls, which normally I scoff at pre-rolls, but these are apparently, it's going to be bottom of the bag weed. I don't doubt that. It's rolled up with apparently some shatter, some terp sauce in there, which I'm really hoping isn't the fake fucking over syrupy flavored shit, which it probably actually is. And then some keef on there, right? He threw me a couple of these. So once the missus gets off work tomorrow night, that'll be that celebration. We've got some papaya flower going on here. And this was... Cheers, Hooli. Great to see you there. Love you, brother. Small nugs. Nothing overly great there. Smells great. And the guy I was working with yesterday would not shut up about this stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll go give that a go. And then they had random packs of shatter. It was like packs of 5 for whatever that was worth, $30 or something like that. So whatever the math is on that, 5 divided by 30, we got shit like Candyland in there, Waldo. Anybody heard of Waldo? What the fuck? Well, where is Waldo? What is Waldo? I'm kind of interested in that one because that's that's interesting. We've all looked at that book before. Some memory loss. Like, wow, fucking right, all sorts of cool shit there. We spent a pretty penny on this because we go through a lot of concentrates and flour and whatnot, and it's good to have a bit of a stockpile. So this is a lot more than we would typically spend. But actually, you know what? We just spent basically the equivalent of 2 weeks flour on just one shot there, right? So we bought like this week's flour, next week's flour, but bunch of concentrates instead. Now let's get to some of the goodies here. Maybe I don't know if my light is good enough for us to actually take looks at some of this shit and want to get in to try some of it. I mean, you can't see the bottom, so I guess. So we got some blue cheese live resin. Oh yeah. That. We've got some apple fritter live resin. So they say. It looks more like diamonds to me. I'd actually bought one of these. I think it was the last time I was out, and when I got it and looked at it, I was kind of like, ah. It actually had a lot more flavor than you would expect on that one, so it ended up being not bad. We've got some Mac 1 live hash rosin. I don't know if I like this stuff yet. And I don't mean the Mac 1, it's the live hash rosin. I've tried this stuff here and also the critical mass. It's super fucking light and blonde. Let's see if we can crack this open for you. It doesn't have the clear bottom. But the terpenes on it are so volatile that you give it any real heat at all and they just burn off. And it tastes like you're doing like diamonds. And I'm like, that don't taste good, right? But if you cold start it, it's fucking so much flavor in there. It's amazing. You're not gonna see it. It just looks like dark shit in there. Trust me, it's a lot lighter than that, and it's great shit. See, I told y'all he'd be here in a second. What's going on, brother?
Oh man, I'm out on the snowmobile, brother. I picked my daughter. I went for a ride, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm supposed to be with the crew. So I popped in to say hey and have a quick sesh with you guys and hang out. I'm sorry you can't see me. There we go.
Well, you don't have your beard anymore, so we don't like looking at you anymore.
Yeah, I know, it's perfect, eh? Yeah, no, I'm in the middle of a farmer's field somewhere.
So you're saying dab frog? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let's do it.
Fuck yeah. Great minds, brother. Great minds. How's the ride going?
The ride's going good, man. Everything's good, except I have a. Oh, there goes an ambulance or something.
Oh, that's not good.
No, my recoil, like my pull cord, when the engine gets really hot, it doesn't catch. So I have to wait for my engine to cool down before I can start it again. So that's a pain in the ass. I'll have to fix that. But yeah, other than that, man, she's running strong. She's doing good. How's everyone in chat? J. Patrick.
Everyone in chat is fucking rocking, man. They're you
As
know how
normal.
awesome live chat
As
is with all
normal.
you guys. Fuck, we got Fluff hanging out in there.
Fluff doing his thing. Oh, yeah.
I just went to the native dispensary.
Nice.
And I was showing off the wares that I got because basically the old lady, it's my last week out here. I'll be going home tomorrow and working in a completely opposite direction from my house here. So it's like, let's stock up on concentrates and flour and all that shit. And yeah, we dropped a pretty penny there, but the amount of goodies that I'm gonna have when I walk home tomorrow, drive home, it's fucking gonna last me at least 3-4 days. Fuck, I would hope it lasts a lot longer than that. You still there? Or did you lose us? Oh, I think we lost GB.
Right. Am I there? Not there?
No, you're here. You're here now. I can hear you.
Yeah. No,
like
we got winter this week. Like full on.
Well, that's gross.
Yeah. Decided to take a sweet time getting here, but yeah, feet of snow.
You can fucking have it. I know you like it, so you know you can keep it, man. You can have our snow as well.
Send it over.
Gladly.
Oh no,
that's not at all.
That's it.
Cheers, Galaxy. Cheers, Austin Mogab. Hope I pronounced that right.
Falling up the stairs, hell yeah.
Cheers, Flower Girl. D-Man. Jason, great to see you, brother. Hey, Patrick. Yeah, Major General. Fucking right. Victoria's in there. Anova's in there. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck.
All the humans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sitting there. I was like, I remember when I went to go pick the daughter up, I'm like, hey, I got to get home quick. And then I just took a left on the trail and started going for a tour. I'm
That's
just
fair
like,
enough, man.
oh,
Oh, dude, that's like if you yeah, no, like to me that's like one of the best excuses to not show up, just like spur of the moment. No, I'm going sweating, man. It's yeah.
I went to go last night, but I pulled an actual like responsible old man move. I was like, I got work early. I'm already tired. Like, no, we're not going to do that. But then tonight it was just it happened. It's all good though. I had a big old garlic dab before I left, so I'm pretty good.
Ooh.
I gave it a big stir today. It was pretty nice. Some of that rosin, it's when you give it a big whip, it kind of lightens the color and I guess volatilizes some terps, so the smell jacks itself up for a little bit. And it's always nice to enjoy.
Fuck yeah, dude. So I heard a pretty fucking interesting rumor last night. Oh, fuck is G-Base like, fuck you, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Yeah, I was gonna talk to you guys about this. Pretty interesting rumor last night that it sounds like there is pretty much like 100% chance I will be in the Toronto area the beginning of September for about what 3-4 days, something like that.
Sorry.
So I'm looking forward to that.
What's the rumor? Sorry, I missed that. I touched something.
The old lady and I are going to be in the Toronto area at the beginning of September for
Oh hell yeah!
4 nights.
Fuck yeah!
Sounded like. So, and this is actually fucking legit, fucking 100% fucking happening. It's as soon as the earliest possible chance we're booking our flights and all that good shit. So
Hell yeah!
to these
We'll be making something. What are you guys doing? You busy for all 4 days or?
No. So the Wednesday night we're gonna go check out System of a Down and the Deftones at the Skydome.
Oh fuck yeah!
And if there's I'm honestly hell bent on trying to see them a second night on the Friday night. So it's the 3rd and the 5th, I believe. And when I get hell bent and set my mind to shit, I generally make it happen. So if anyone has any interest in coming along to this awesome time or fucking doing some awesome shit on the days off in between, fuck yeah.
I could have muted that, but
no.
I'm trail side, so.
No. I love the sounds of fucking
braps. That's it. Well, I'm gonna jump back on the trail and head home. And if you're on still, I'll jump on. I'm not too far.
Sounds good, brother.
Okay. Sorry for the bad punctuality.
No, actually, fuck Norris, man. Norris. I am not at all worried about it. I'm too fucking happy to be worried about anything like that.
Perfect. All right, everyone, have another dab, and I'll see y'all soon.
Oh, shit, man. Well, I guess he says so. We can't not, right?
All right, check y'all later. Peace. Oh, I almost ended the stream. That was close.
Oh, fuck you doing that,
Jesus. How do I leave? Do I just leave?
I think there should be like an X at the top of your screen. But yeah, they make it way too easy to shut the fucking show down. Just out of nowhere. That's not cool. Well, it's funny, but it sucks at the same time. Y'all have seen Fluff do it time and again. Actually, I got to give Fluff credit. He's been good. I don't think he's actually done that in a few years now. So, yay to Fluff. He's learning technology. It took him 2 years to learn it, and now he's actually, what he's learning now is editing videos. So you see, he's fucking coming along pretty good. Next, we're going to teach him to AI, maybe. You get Fluff doing AI stuff on the computer. That'll be fun. That's right. I don't know where my carb cap is. It walked away or something. Oh, here's a cool story. Once again, going back to the very early days of the podcast, And actually, about this time, 4 years ago, 1 sec, I got a cough here. I promise you did not want to hear that. My apologies. So about 4 years ago, we was working in the same town that I'm in now, staying in the same hotel and all that. And when we had the first batch of Caribou Heart TV stickers made up, right there, I was working here. And I brought some out with me and, handed them out to people. And I remember giving some to a couple of flaggers that I was, that were working with at the time. And, I'd actually a couple times over the years thought about it. Like, I wonder if they ever did check out the show or whatever. And, it's like, how are you ever going to fucking find out, man? They're just two dudes you worked with for a couple weeks way back when. Don't even know their names, to be honest. You could just tell they were weed smokers for sure. And so we're sitting there about midday today as we're friggin' getting just kind of at a lunch break-ish kind of thing. We're all pulled over on the side at a big parking spot on the side of the road. And fucking one flagger turns around and sure as shit, that's on the back of his fucking hard hat. I was like, holy fuck, that's my sticker right there. And he looked familiar. And I wondered if it was one of the guys, but I was like, I was not gonna fucking coming up and ask you, like, hey man, did I ever give you some stickers? Like I'm way too shy. Who the hell does that anyways? Cheers, Big Word. How you doing, my man? Hell yeah. Hope everybody's doing great around here. Wonderful day, wonderful day. Just seeing if I missed anybody here in the live chat. I don't want to be missing anyone. Galaxy, did I say hi to you yet? I hope I didn't miss you, dude. And if I did, fucking you're awesome enough that you deserve it twice. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, hell yeah. So, yeah, the Toronto trip is actually going to be a lot of fun. When we had to cancel the Toronto trip and then go up and the one up to G-Bay for the Boot Fest North this year, that was just we're a single income family for a bit. The old lady was out of work, and you know how it is. Bills got to come first. But now we're kind of both back at it, and our fucking heads are above water, and so let's fucking start making this one happen. Really excited for that. I'm not even going to start talking about making plans for anything, just because at least not anytime soon. Anytime I do, shit just seems to blow up in my face. It's not for the lack of effort a lot of the times. It's not for lack of intentions. It's shit always fucking seems to go wrong at some point. So what I do know is that we will be going to Toronto for that, and I'd love to be meeting up with anyone and everyone that's able to get into the area there. I'm looking forward to running into you, Jay. That's going to be fucking awesome, man. Hanging out with you. When I told the missus how many people are going to the show with us, and she just got like, hey, there she is right there. Hey, see you in there. Love you. Yeah, that's gonna be a great time. And then so the first night is sold out. I just saw a poster for that on Facebook last night. That's actually fairly old, I guess. So they're saying the first night sold out. So they're going to do the second night and still lots of tickets for that. Let's be honest, tickets are probably real expensive because I've seen your message, Jay, and got a good idea of what they are for the first night. Second night might even be worse. I don't know. But it's going to be a great time. System of a Down, they don't tour very often. They only played 2 shows all of 2024, and they're doing a South American stadium tour and then doing 3 cities in North America this year. And I'm like, as soon as it was announced, Jay and I started talking like, fuck, man, that would be cool. Like, let's talk after Christmas type shit, once you get through all that. And yeah, it's, yeah. Yeah, the only one in Canada. So, that's, yeah, going to be a great time. Jess and Bean, cheers. Great to see you. Haven't said hi to you yet. So yeah, we're gonna rock out and have fun. And just that leaves the one really great question though. So if those are both on Wednesday and Friday, what do we do on Thursday night? Right? I ain't never been to Ontario before. I've been to well, not entirely true. I've been to the Toronto airport before, on my way to and from Halifax, but never actually been out in Ontario. And there's a lot of really cool fucking people from Ontario. Seeing a lot of y'all in live chat right now. Yeah. The only thing I cannot do, I cannot go to Niagara Falls. That is completely off the table. Um, when yeah, I just there when it was yeah, I promised my daughter that I if I go to Ontario without her, I will not go to Niagara Falls without her. So we will both experience that for the first time ourselves together. Sorry about that, guys. Um, but that would be a good one to think about maybe doing for next year. Kind of take this one as a bit of a trial run, go out, have fun, whip it up with all our friends, and just get crazy as shit. I want to meet Magpie, man. I think that dude would be a fucking riot. Yeah, dude. Same with Noof, honestly. If I've said this more than once on the show, that out of like I think just about anybody here that I've met through the podcast to go out and rock out at a show, I think Noof would be one of the best. You could take him to probably just about any show and it would be great. Yeah. Whereas, although when I had the tickets to Static X, I ended up had two extra tickets, and there's absolutely no other person I would have rather gone to see that than with Fluff. That's actually like a goal of mine. We're both huge fans of that band, and I got to see them on the last tour. He gets to see them on this tour, and at some point in time, I'd love to go see them together with him. That would be fucking sweet. And we'll see. We'll make that happen one day. Life goals. All my shit fucking revolves around like concerts and like fun and excitement nowadays. It's like you can't like they say, you can't take possessions to the grave with you. Like, I guess in a sense you can, but really most of us, we get a casket or we get cremated, right? You ain't taking shit with you. Take those memories with you though. You can experience life. That's put great great emphasis on that. When I agree, Jay, live music rules. It is well, like my favorite thing. I found that when I go to a show, it doesn't matter what show, how small it is, as long as you get a bit of a like that yeah going on. That's kind of like my fucking macro dose of mushrooms the next day or two afterwards, where you just get that calm, smoothed out feel. I've noticed this, and that's I don't know. It's obviously an expensive fucking macrodose, but I don't know. It's fun. I love it. It's what we need to do. And well, maybe not need to do. I feel the need to do. But yeah, I want to go see a show with every single one of you. That would be great. Um, anyone living in Edmonton, Red Deer, Colton, or Calgary areas, Opal and Sky will be playing there. Now, this is the band that I just went and saw last weekend, and these guys are freaking great. I can't emphasize this enough. And they're all about positive metal. Like they're screaming like fucking death metal type shit. And growls, but they're actually singing about love and all that, which may be kind of cheesy and corny to some of y'all, but I actually think we need more of fucking positivity in the world. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to chase me away from my cannibal corpse and all that, but at the same day, their positive message is a good thing, and they're very kid friendly, which I think is amazing. I think on their the days that I was just talking about when they're in Alberta, I think two of them are like kind of regular, like 7 o'clock start times, but the other one in I think it might be the Calgary one is like a 2 o'clock start time. and you're probably done by about 5 or 6 p.m. Like that's awesome. Like when we went and saw them, they show started at 5:30 and we were out of there before 7:30. It was awesome. Opening band came out, played about 30, 35 minutes. They did a set change in less than 20. Yeah, see, there we go. Dude, that's like, if you get the chance, go check them out, man. Like, and at the end of the show, we were like, I was hoping I could get when my daughter wanted like a set list, right? She's kind of looking, and instead of like, because this isn't a band they're a small band, they're not gonna have drumsticks and all that kind of shit to throw out. But I was fucking wrong. Like they do a lot of merch. They have a lot of merchandise, especially, and if they have a lot more online than what they bring to the show, we found. And they threw out guitar picks. Like Abigail ended up with 3 guitar picks. And on top of that, they're throwing out signed Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They were all for a box of friends was the thing on the card, and then they're signed by Dylan and Tyson, the 2 singers from Old Blood Sky, right? So that's something cool that they're specifically doing. They are trying to make it special for kids and stuff like that, and ended up with a set list on top of that because she went up and as they were packing up, she asked the drummer if she could have a set list, the one that was right beside him, and she ended up with that. So it's cool, man. Like I think there was like $23 a ticket, which is you can't do much for $23 anymore. We were able to take our five people. So I was like my family of 3 in my house, and then my daughter's brother and sister from my previous marriage. Um, there, and it was a great time. I was actually the first time I'd had all 4 of us together, so me, Abigail, and my stepkids together in almost 4 years. As of it would have been March 8th of 2021, it would have been 4 years since all 4 of us were together. And then the kind of other funny thing about that is the other person in the car was my immortal beloved there, Ashley. And like, so what happened was we went and did Abigail's birthday party for a weekend up at my parents' place, right? While I was off work for the weekend. And then on the way through, I dropped them off at home because I had to go to where I'm working right now, staying right now to get back to work and all that. And but after I dropped them off, I went and picked Ashley up, and that was our first date. We went and fucking hit up a dispensary and bought some weed, and went and hit up the grocery store and bought an entire nutrient line that I wanted to try out. And then we went and sat at a parking lot that overlooks our small little city and smoked the weed that we just bought. I dropped her off and went to work or drove back here. My fucking truck broke down in Kamloops, sitting in the Burger King drive-through, and all of a sudden it just starts. And I thought it was like maybe the fuel pump dying or something because it sounded like starving for fuel. And I was like, you know how it is. You just kind of shift it into fucking neutral and you're revving the shit out of it, trying to keep this thing alive. I get my order, getting out of the drive-through, and like as soon as I got out of the drive-through, it just started like, "No, you're dead, you're dying," and it was ended up being the alternator. It was fucked in it, and so it's like okay, so we're trying so nobody around at the time to help me, but I have the luck of work. I actually work for a really big company, and we have a shop in that town, Kamloops, where I was broke down. Nobody there at the time can help me, but if I leave my truck it's on the side of the road or whatever, or we were able to get it to a parking lot at a truck stop. I leave it there. We were able to get it picked up and bring it back to our shop and have our mechanic fix it for basically just the cost of parts there, right? Which was pretty fucking sweet. Did me a solid. And then the guys I were working with, I was only like an hour away, so they just come pick me up. So there's actually I went back. If you go back to March 8th, and how so this Instagram post where it's me like I got dabs set up on the center console of my truck, right? Like I'm broke down. I ain't fucking going nowhere for an hour. I might as well just do dabs. And So this is like also, so like I said, this is the last day. I had my daughter and all three of my daughter and my two stepkids together, all four of us. My first date with my now and still girlfriend Ashley, and I'm fine. Where else was I going with this? Another point. I just we should do a dab. I think that's what that means, and then it'll come to me. 19 a year house, big word. It's fucking. I'm looking at green snow or green snow, green grass and shit like that where I'm at, guys. I like this whole you guys are getting all the shitty weather. It's about time because I tell you, up in Canada, we've been getting the cold, shitty weather for a long time. It's a good time for a switch. You fucking trade it up every 200-300 years or whatever, so you guys can have the next shitty 200-300 years, and then in a couple 100 years you can have the warm weather back. Once it's long after I don't need it anymore. Really, 2 feet in your yard? Holy shit! You guys can have and keep that. No thanks. Wow, shit's crazy. So I've got an addiction to like the rush of bidding on eBay and shit like that. When you find something you want, and then you like start watching the fucking, in my case, it's baseball cards. Y'all know that. You don't need me to fucking tell you that. Um, but when you see one you want, and you're like, okay, yeah, I don't want anybody to scoop that fucking thing on me, right? And you start eagle eye hawking that motherfucker and watching it, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna watch that thing right until, and then like sometimes you'll have somebody that's better at this game than you are, and they'll scoop it right out from under you, and you're like, oh, that motherfucker, and all that shit. Or then sometimes you do win, and then you're just like, well, yeah, dab time and all that shit. Even if you lose, it's dab time. Let's face it, you need to be consoled at that point because you just got your butt kicked. But it's I I think I'm like more addicted to the whole kind of like the win loss fucking gambling bidding kind of aspect to it than I am the baseball card part of it. I don't know at this point. It's a lot of fun. Fire in the hole. I'll trade it. I could do that. See, I'm all high as shit. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Very high. Anybody got anything awesome planned for this weekend coming up? This will be my last weekend for a bit actually, because I've been asked if I can work weekends for a bit, start doing 10-day shifts to work with one of the guys that used to work with us. Actually, if we're going to put this down, talk this story. So this guy that he worked with us when I started there, he was one of our utility arborists at the time, and was actually the first utility arborist I worked under once I got my apprenticeship started. Great fucking guy. His name's Rudy. We call him Totsy because it's short for his last name. He's, great fucking dude, wicked guy. Boondock Saint, cheers. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. And then he actually decided about, I want to say 4 years ago, probably, decided that he wanted to quit, move on, and become a helicopter pilot. So that's what he's doing. He fucking saved up, put himself through helicopter pilot school, which is not a fucking cheap expense. I actually looked into it myself before I ever even met him, back when I was firefighting, because you got to fly in a lot of helicopters while doing firefighting. And I was always thought, fuck, it'd be cool to fly one of these. I wonder how long it would take and how much to get. And it's like an $80,000 fucking bill at that time. I'm like, yo, I don't see myself getting funding for that. And I ain't got that kind of scratch kicking around, So short lived are those dreams. But this guy actually fucking did it, man. And so he moved up to Yellowknife, which if you think I live far north, you got to look above my fucking province. You got this other one, fucking Northwest Territories, sitting there like a big fucking shelf on top of the rest of Canada. And he moved to Yellowknife up there, and he's flying helicopters up there in the summer, but in the winter, like right now, like you guys talk about, like you got a little below freezing and shit like that. It's like -40 and stuff like up where there is not fun time to be working and no real work for helicopter pilots up there. So what he does is he'll work up there in the summer, then come down here to BC, where it's a lot warmer. As I said, man, it's winter time, and I'm looking at green grass in this area, which is typically one of the hottest spots in all of Canada in the summer, to be honest. But yeah, he kind of just comes down here and does tree work, and he's a fucking great guy to work with. It's I'm looking forward to it, and so we get out of here at this tomorrow's our last day. We go home, and then we're working, staying in a town about an hour north of me. Right now, I'm about 4 hours south, and we're going about an hour north, and we're doing hazard trees, which means we're falling. Right, we're not doing any slashing or bucket work. We're fucking straight, fucking face cut, back cut, slamming full length trees into the bush and cutting them up, laying them flat and all that, which is going to be wicked. Like that's my favorite part of the job right there is like when we can go out and do falling, which unfortunately it's you get hazard tree contracts and most contracts we do generally will have hazard trees on them, but those are typically a relatively small spot, and then you got a couple other guys that have the ability to go and scoop them, so it's like shit, you know what I mean? But we're gonna go do that, hang out, and I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be great times. Fuck yeah. Cheers, Marshall. I hope you're doing well. Your beans, man, they should be going out tomorrow. Thanks for the patience on that one. How are we doing for time here? I don't know, honestly, if I've got an hour in me, guys. I'm doing my best here to fill us in. So maybe, did I ever do that? No, I didn't. Because I fucking want to tell you about my friend and coworker, Totsi. And just, like, I got a lot of respect for people that can do that and just take the time off work and put yourself through school. It's a financial hardship that I don't know. Hey, like I got a lot of respect for that. And the fact that he is actually genuinely just a fucking great guy. When I haven't worked with him in basically 4 years, he came back one winter with us. I think it was 2 years ago, and I think we got to spend a couple days working around each other. But other than that, it was just, fuck yeah, dude. We're gonna throw some good stuff in there for you too, brother. Marshall, we're talking to him. You guys are like, fuck, this guy is so all over the place. I don't know who or what the fuck he's talking about ever. I got like the nose hair and the fucking lip hair is doing Mortal Kombat right now. People be like, oh, Caribou's fucking cokehead. Yeah, I promise not. I promise I not. Yeah, I'm with you, Galaxy. Like I said, man, I was saying this last year too, and in my area of BC, which is the Caribou region, it didn't burn much. There's fires, but my big area of BC didn't actually get all that hot. A lot of BC got hot though. BC burned fucking in a lot of other places, and it's fucking scary, man. Like it's as someone that spends as much time as they do in the bush, like and in the mountains, and you can literally see glaciers receding over years. Like climate change is completely fucking not, it's undeniable. Now, the flip side is the polar ice caps have been melting since the end of the last ice age. How much are we speeding that up? Probably lots. Oh, fucking. I keep forgetting that I don't have a carb cap. Cause you got to get me all high as shit and then just go. Dude, I'm with you. Sorry for making y'all listen to that too. This is why I've actually started shaving the lip because since this is all shorter now and looking a little bit more trimmed-ish, I can actually keep this shaved. So usually it keeps the entanglement from going on. But if you don't stay on top of it and buck it back down, friggin' they will do battle once again. And it's apparently it's letting me know it's time to freaking shave the lip. I was thinking, should I do like the Amish thing and just like have like this? Yeah, I agree. Trim don't pluck on the nose hairs, man. You freaking rip those out. It's just like eyes start watering and shit. Like it's not fun. Nose is definitely a sensitive orifice. You think of like you get punched in the nose and your eyes just start leaking whether you like it or not. It doesn't feel good. Dude, I've been actually really good about this one. And the kicker is I forgot rubbing alcohol at home 2 weeks in a row. So I haven't even alcoholized it, and I'm able to kind of swab it out, and just don't let it get too hot. Swab it out, and I find if I hit it with a little bit of heat, because it'll def the stuff that's down in the bottom there, it'll kind of caramelize a little bit, but swab it out before you heat it up for another dab, and it's usually good to go. Yeah, clean banger is tasty. This is true. I guess my problem is I'll end up fucking doing like they're getting like to sitting there doing like a bunch in a row and just or you won't have Q-tips around, right? And then but like say go on the road like how I am now and you got a bunch of Q-tips or you don't have Q-tips, I mean sorry, but you're still doing dabs, so it's just like I guess we're fucking burning all that shit out of there. And by the time you get home, your banger's usually pretty fucking gross and fuck. But I've been doing well. Oh, Red's got the Apollo 13. Cheers. Fuck, that sounds good. I've been smoking the Waldo Shatter, actually. That's been my thing. Let's you know what we can do? Something else I have here, right? I got like the fucking plethora of goodies here. So we've already been through like we got some Mac 1 hash rosin, some apple fritter or live resin, blue cheese, purple berry, just like an indica, I guess. Oh, this is okay. So this is the Candy Kush caviar. So let's see. Hope you guys can. Well, you can probably not see it. It doesn't really look any different than the live resin, to tell you the truth. Maybe there's bigger chunks of diamonds once you actually get in there and actually looking at it, because it's honestly not great lighting in here. We'll try that one, and that's Candy Kush caviar. So it's diamonds and sauce. Blue Sherb caviar. Granddaddy Purple caviar. Ye fucking ho. Oh, Sherb Quake. Oh, this stuff's way darker. You see the diamonds in that one, though. Get ya. I'll have to try that before though. I hope my missus is listening in. We got some critical mass hash rosin. As I said, like it's very flavorful, but the terps are so volatile that you have to cold start it, or you will burn them off before you can taste, and it just tastes like diamonds. It's nasty. More critical mass hash rosin. Mac 1 hash rosin. Butterscotch indica. That is a live resin. So that was interesting. So I just went in there and was like I said, these are like 5 for 50 or something like that, right? So you're paying $10 a gram for all these at the native dispensaries here, which is just freaking phenomenal. This one we got some cherry pie hash rosin or live resin. Gorilla Glue Caviar, Northern Lights live resin, Grape Ape live resin. This one's a little darker. Cherry Pie rosin. Huh. Okay, cool. Jack Hair live resin. Chocolate Diesel live resin. And Acapulco Gold live resin. So that's like a pretty sweet fucking mixture, man. Like I said, shout out to the native dispensaries here in BC. My understanding is that over in Ontario, and I'm assuming Alberta and other provinces are just as awesome. If I were to go into my local dispensaries, so the Gubbies, and buy like the caviar, well, let's fight. See, I was able to save you the agony. A gram of caviar, you're probably looking at about $80. Good bet. If it actually is going to be an actual diamonds and sauce, because diamonds and sauce oftentimes is actually just diamonds with no sauce. So it's pretty gross, right? And then for like most of the other shit on this tray, you're looking at probably 35 minimum. Oh, actually, no, you're looking at like 35 minimum for shatter, right? And I've been smoking the shatter all night. Here, you gotta hold this up. It's nice, clear. Sticking my finger still. So good stuff. And I'm high as shit. I'm actually interested in going smoking some of that papaya in a bit because one of my coworkers that was telling me about it, he was so high on that he he was just telling you know how it is. People get excited about weed and they want to talk about weed and be like, yeah. But saying he was going back for more. And I was like, okay, well, that's enough for me here. That's all I need to hear. So let's check this shit out. Wow, some big fucking diamonds in there. You guys see that? Oh, yeah, you could see that. Where's my dab tool? Oh, that's a joint. There it is. Oh, and my carb cap. Woo woo. This is my travel case for my dab rig because I found if you take that, fold that up, put those together, those fit in there just nicely. You also put your dabs in there, and it's great. I just throw. Green bandana is something that I have worn on my head because I sweat like a bastard once I start working, especially on a hot day. So to be able to see while I'm working, I've worn a sweatband on my head for well over as long as I've worked in the bush. Really, it's kind of funny. And that was the first color bandana that I bought when I started doing it. And like, after however long it took, that bandana ripped or fucking whatever would be the most likely thing. So it's okay, time to get a new one. And I went and got a different one. I think it was like purple or something like that. And I love purple. Purple is actually one of my favorite colors, purple and black. And if I couldn't wear it, it didn't feel right. I didn't like it very much. And I remember getting a different colored green one, like more of like a neon yellowy green. And it was like, no, it wasn't that green. So that colored green bandana that you've had there for probably, like I said, as long as I've worked in the bush, I've always worn those. So just so you know. So I like it. I've got lots kicking around. You go on Amazon, you can buy like 12 of them for not much at all. I don't know. Yeah, and they last a long time when you've got a shit ton of them kicking around. So I throw that in the bottom for a bit of a bottom pad there, load your goodies up in there, and then I've got a shirt Actually, Joel Scott, if you're the man, if you're watching right now, and I hope you are, brother, peace out, shout out to you. The shirt that you actually gave to me the first time we met. So you guys that pay attention, not an hour out of Joel Scott's town is a historic gold rush town from the 1860s, I believe. And that's where that shirt comes. Joel, sorry, knows some people that work out there, and he hooked me up with that first time. And yeah, that shirt absolutely gets used and worn and stuff like that. And now it's keeps my dab rig from getting fucked up. So that's might even be better than getting worn. Oh, just listening. I see Colton talk about he almost lost his master kush. That's scary shit, dude. A little scary. Fuck yeah. All right. Well, wait, I'm gonna try this. Go up my dab rig out. Oh no, I got it. Yeah, we can do this. I got this. Y'all are gonna get me so effed up. It's gonna be hot enough, right? Oh yeah. Won't y'all join me? Hell yeah. That was good. Okay, heat that up a bit. Whew. Thanks for that, Boondock. We just saw them fuck not even quite a year and a half ago. And it was honestly, it was like a religious experience for me, man. I've been such a huge fan of that band for over 30 years at this point, like fucking 87, 88. Would have been when Appetite for Destruction was out. I had an older brother who's about 5 or 6 years older than I am. And, naturally he was into that kind of shit. And yeah, I liked them because they said bad words, but it was different and stuff like that. And then once I got into grade eight, I was actually kind of developing my own musical collection, and I figured, which consisted of a lot of my brother's tapes getting stolen from his. The Guns N' Roses, they were for there. It's like, and you're just like, you know what? And not only like did I remember it and like it from when I was younger, but it was like this shit is fucking amazing, musically, like musicianship and stuff, right? When Axel could actually sing. So I went and checked that out, and Alice in Chains opened up, which was fucking probably the best opening act I've seen. Like fucking imagine that. And then Guns N' Roses for 3 hours, and yeah, Axel sounded like shit, and I could not have cared less. These are fucking songs I've been listening to. I didn't go there expecting Axel to sound good. I went there knowing pretty good. I had a pretty good idea. But it was amazing. We had absolute nosebleeds, and yep. And remember sitting there, in amongst about 60,000 people, all singing "Sweet Child of Mine." Like, wow, like fuck yeah, that was a very cool moment for me. Very cool. So, oh, and he's back. Or is he?
Safely home. We made it.
Yeah. No, he's still on. His stage presence is still freaking phenomenal. You know what's interesting though is it was a while ago now, like a year or two ago. Steven Adler's band, Adler's Antics, he went and found some dude from South America that actually legitimately sounds like Axl Rose did back in '87. Like I shit you not, like it's not a guy that sounds close. He sounds like Axl Rose did in 1987. I'm like, holy shit. Like, yeah, and you can find it on YouTube. It's amazing. Yes. Actually, yeah, I see. I like this. To me, Slash, to me, like we're in the nosebleeds, but they have the big, huge, fucking screens, so you feel like you're right there, kind of thing. And Slash is probably the most stylish, the most coolest looking guitar player I've ever seen. Just the way he does it, and he just looks fucking slick. I've seen a lot of really good guitar players. They all look badass, but Slash just makes it look better somehow. Oh, there you go. You're moving.
Oh, that computer's awesome. Starting to mess with me periodically now.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
So how's the ride?
Everything was good, man, except for that stupid. There's an issue with these stupid snowmobiles. The pull cord assembly and the exhaust are like. So the exhaust gets super hot. Pull cord assembly gets super hot. It's all plastic inside. Sometimes you pull the cord and it doesn't catch fuck all. When it cools down, it'll spin out and catch, and you're good. So it's like I've been shoving snowballs in there to cool the shit down. I even bought a nice machined metal cover for it so it tries to dissipate the heat. Nothing. I'm fucking up. It's one of those things where it's just. Yeah.
The joys of owning toys.
Yeah, right? Exactly. I've torn this fucking pull cord thing apart 100 fucking times. I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out.
All right, so I'm not even gonna lie. I'm looking at eBay right now because there's a card that's about to go off finish auction in like a minute and 13 seconds, and so you have really good timing because I was like, damn, do I have to get off the show so I can just pay attention? So you guys are either gonna see me like, yeah, real good, and get all excited, or cry like a blubbering little bitch, and you're gonna lose a lot of respect for me. So either way, it'll be interesting.
Jesus. Oh. Yeah, see, right, big word? That's what I'm saying. Just 1 second here. People are trying to call me. Sec.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't think I want it this bad.
All right. Getting the Yokan heating up. Dabs ahoy.
Holy shit. I did just get it. Oh. Well, that's exciting. So
Kept him in the zone.
yeah, I overpaid a little bit than what I wanted on it, but there's only 13 of that card in the entire world. So that's Yeah, it's Ellie De La Cruz, who's one of the kind of up and coming hot rookies from last year, and just he's fucking fun to watch. I'm a big fan. I kind of collect him and Paul Skeens, so I figured I've been watching that one for a few days, and I just, yeah, yeah, I feel good about that. I feel good about that, I guess. So,
Did we get
woo-woo, you know what that means? We better celebrate. Although I might actually have to fucking chaz up the bag.
celebration?
Yeah, no, like I love this whole baseball and baseball cards. It's like I don't know, man, what it does for like this. It just I don't know. It's,
It just does.
yeah, exactly, man. Well, it's just like tinkering and shit for you, right? With your toys. Like it just
Gets me in the zone.
yeah. It's a completely enjoyable and now it's like
Oh, okay. Let me interrupt. Sorry, I just got to say.
Oh no, you go.
What's on my head? Anyone that snowmobiles on a trail system understands finding fresh groomer tracks. Like when you stumble onto the trail system and you happen to be the first one that gets in behind the groomer, it's legit tabletop, like pressed down flat, fucking snow, not a single mark on it. That was me when I left this evening. I made it about a kilometer, not even. And I got onto a intersection of the trail and I could see the drag marks and fucking boom, groomer. So just me, man. Fucking on that trail, I was gone. And there was a point where I was saying to myself, like, here it is. Here's your throttle therapy. Here's what you enjoy. You know, like, and I wasn't like I was forcing myself to smile or anything like that. But about 30 seconds down the trail, fucking just on it, I in my helmet like this. Just fucking, I'm like, there it is, man. At least it was only a couple seconds, but I found it. I was at peace for a minute, just fucking chilling, having a big smile, enjoying myself. So that was awesome. Man, fresh groomer tracks, man. Nothing like it. Oh, you're on mute.
I was just sort of just saying, it sounds like you get kind of the same release from that I get to going from shows where like you wake up the next morning after a good ride or you might be sore and stiff or whatever, tired as shit, but you feel good. You're just like,
yeah, man. Like, oh, like there's, and like the trail is great, but like when you go up the lakes, it's so expansive. Like there's places where you can go, there's no tracks at all. So you get into these back bays and it's just snow and you got a good couple feet or whatever, man. You're just back there jumping off whatever, man, and just having a blast, lighting fires and cooking hot dogs and, you know, have a cold beer or a couple of joints or whatever. And, fuck, it's awesome. But when your pull cord fucking won't work when your sled's hot, it's not a good thing. I gotta figure that out. Not gonna be fun. But whatever. Fix it instead of fucking with it every time I go out. Electric start weedner, I wish, buddy. I'd have to get I gotta find the ring that goes on the back of the clutch. And then a starter assembly, all that. Oh. I'm kind of vibing though from that ride, though. Took the daughter out. Yeah, she likes it.
That's, yeah. I love going out and doing stuff with the kid, man. And that's like, once again, I've said this a few times, like when I hear you talk about a bunch of different subjects in life, a lot of the time it's like I hear myself talking, and the way that we both seem to have that special bond with our daughters, right? Like it's not life without the kids, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's I drive, right? So like we stopped for a break, and I was like, "That too much for you or anything? She's like, oh no, that's fine. All right.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, I remember when we my daughter was fuck man, like I was she must probably like about a year old, maybe two. Yeah, I know, yeah, probably two, maybe even a little older. But we just bought a Indy 500, and it just snowed, and so we are kind of taking it for the first buzz of the year, and like we would take her out, and she absolutely loves it, like pretty much all kids do. And then her mom gets on it and takes. I remember her brother or sister, whichever one it was on with the mom and going. She realizes that she wasn't going for the spin with them, and holy fuck, did she kind of freak out? It's like, oh yeah, I've got a throttle junkie.
Yeah, we'll get her getting her own stuff if I can ever afford it. It's not like back in the day, like the small sleds were a couple bucks here and there. Now they make them like, the fucking things are $3,000.
Yeah.
My sled's not even worth $3,000. But they are pretty badass. I was out on the lake 3 or 4 days ago, and there was a family or two out there having a fire, and they had a couple kids on the little 120s with the whip with the little orange flag, and you just see them buzzing around the ice. So.
I honestly, I don't like. If I was in a position where I had maybe a yard to store the kind of stuff in, I maybe would think about getting sleds or something. Maybe if I was maybe in a few years or something. But like, I couldn't fathom necessarily getting anything new and fancy, like, because they don't fucking last. I don't want to have to be working on stuff constantly. And like, I've a buddy of mine that I went to high school with, I saw him on Facebook, like he would like flipping quads and sleds and dirt bikes and stuff, buying them, fixing them, flipping them. That's what he does for a living. Mm-hmm. And he's at the point now where he just had kind of a big blow up post where that's it, I'm done, where he's not working on anything from like newer than 2004 or something like that anymore. It was like selling off like his Can-Am Buds equipment, which is like your computer reader shit.
Yeah.
All this stuff. Like he's just, parts are too expensive now for fixing stuff, and like everything is literally kind of designed to fail. And when you're reaching those kind of RPMs, it's shit will blow. So at the same time, I get what he's saying, right? So I think if I were to go that road, it probably would just be fucking like, you find yourself an old 600 or something like that, or maybe even like an RMK 800. Plenty of those fucking running around. That'll fucking still running fine.
Oh, Jay Patrick, he asked me with the diamond too. There, here I just hit on one. That's pretty good.
Yo.
Yeah, it worked out. All right. I love how they got like the flat face. You can see the light reflecting off them. It was pretty neat in the jar. Like some of the bigger ones, you could just neat how all their edges are. Pretty sweet science,
man. Yeah,
so many fizzles down. Yeah, stick one of them in a ring. They're done in. Yeah, I'll have to make some more. I wonder. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter what the solvent is, I don't think. So if I could do that with alcohol, I'd be way better. I'm gonna do some research. But people were yelling at me saying something's wrong with the bathroom. Never stops with me, man.
You just be like, I'm hanging out with my friends.
Well, that's it, man. Don't flush it for a minute, then. I'll be up in a second.
Fuck, man, the room I'm in, the chain in the back of the toilet fucking kept falling off. So I'm like, shit.
Hopefully that's what
hands in there hoping like hell nobody's ever upper decked the fucking thing. It looked fairly clean, but it's not an ideal situation.
No
And
upper deck.
after about the third or fourth time I was having to do it, I was just like, you know what? I went and found my Leatherman that I've usually got my lunch kit. It's like we're fucking crimping that fucking thing. It ain't coming off now. Oh, I didn't hit the dab front when I did that. That's selfish of me. So I want all my friends to play along.
There we go. Feels good. Yeah, we're doing a big job at work right now. Busy. Busy man.
I'm at the tomorrow is the last day of us being up here where I'm at. Place I've been working kind of since the beginning of December. And then we're gonna go. So I'm about 4 hours south, and I'm gonna be going about an hour north of home next week for about a month. So actually, heads up, I was kind of mentioning it in when you were out there that I'll be there this Sunday, but probably not the following because I'll be doing longer shifts for a bit. Because Rudy, a hell of a guy that I used to work with, he's back working with us, but it's a long way for him to travel. He doesn't want to travel that far, so I was like, yeah, I'll work out, hang out with you, dude. You got no problems with that. It should be fun. It's dropping massive trees.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a rush, when you get the big ones. But
Yeah, it's or you
gotta
get
take
ones
this
that
one
are,
for a second.
you get trees that are like leaning at the fucking lines and shit like that, but it's still got to come down. Can't take the line out. Right, so
I was doing a bit of demo today, and the parts that I was cutting off the wall are big enough for me to like handle myself, like I can carry it or hold it up, right? But sometimes when you're cutting shit off a fucking wall with a flame torch, fucking doesn't just, it's not that easy, per se. So out of 4 of them, 3 of them were fine. Everything worked great. It was no problem. I cut them till there was one little bit holding on, and then just grabbed it and wiggled it a bit. Whatever. Piece of I-beam about, I don't know, 16 inches long or so with the plate welded on it. It's heavy enough, right? The one of them, though, I was trying to leave a little bit of meat to hold it so I could fuck whatever. And I don't know what happened with the one. It was too hot or whatever. It didn't hold. Fucking falls 4 or 5 inches, hits the railing of my scissor lift. Bang, falls at my feet inside the scissor lift. And if you've been in a scissor lift, there's thin metal floors and shit. So it's loud as fucking. Bam! Okay. Got it.
That's the card I just won right there.
Oh.
Not much bigger than it.
Ellie Delacruz.
Huge fan of his. And there's only 15 of that card in the entire world. So
15?
Yeah.
That's not a big number.
No, that's why. Well, and
that's cool.
So he was just a rookie this last year. He's one of the hot rookies, and if he continues to do what he's doing, that card's only gonna fucking skyrocket. Especially, and if I can send it in and get it graded, and it comes back a PSA 10, fucking right. That's investment. So we should.
I got a buddy who collects cards in town. I should talk to him.
I enjoy it. And then I friggin' went to Walmart today too. And grabbed a couple cheap boxes of fucking cards that I'll open up here at some point in time and see if there's anybody cool in there.
Okay, so how does that work? Like, I guess the good cards initially, if they're part of a pack, or like if you buy a series, like a year's thing of cards, doesn't it have all the good cards in it? Like, wouldn't it have?
Yeah, yes and no. So if you could go out and buy, say, this here is Topps GQ, which stands for Gypsy Queen. So you could probably go out and buy this whole set, and let's say it costs you $150 for the whole entire set. That's going to consist of all base cards that are not really worth anything. You know, the big names might be worth a few bucks, kind of thing. That's about it. It's not going to be worth more than that, say $150 for that set, right? The general price of it. Problem, it's not the problem. Thing is, you got variations in cards that there's only so many of those cards that are in existence, like the one I just was showing you guys, right? 15 of that card, whereas here we go. What do I got here?
I think what I'm trying to ask is it like a lottery to get the good cards?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. So the reason I bought these cards is they were on sale clearance, so they weren't very expensive, and so you'll get seven packs in here and 7 cards per pack for a total of 49 cards. The odds later, big word. The odds of me actually finding anything awesome and valuable in this box, pretty rare. Very unlikely. Like you have to open up, say, to do the mathematical odds and open up a whole bunch. Sometimes you might get lucky and find, but I'd say the odds are the reason why it was on clearance, because this is a 2 years old set from 2022. It's probably been picked over and there isn't much of value left to find in the set, is my guess. So nobody's buying it. That's why it's been sitting on Walmart's shelf. But I just, there's certain players I look for that don't necessarily have to be a value. And I'm a little fucking kid and I like to open shit up, so it's, you get that.
Oh, I used to collect hockey cards big time back in, it would have been like 90 to 94, maybe.
That's the same era I did, man. And the funny thing is, that's considered like the junk wax era of collecting, where they way overprinted all the cards and therefore they're not really worth much because there's just so many of them. You can still find boxes of cards from there, like a sealed boxes of cards for like $20 to $40. It's like, holy shit. That's
some of the best players though are like, I'm sure those cards, the rare cards, are still
like $150 is a good one. Kind of thing. I was just watching a YouTube video from the early 90s, or maybe it was from 1990 specifically. I think it was 1990 specifically. There's a couple of cards, like 10 cards or something like that are worth for a pretty penny. But yeah, it's it's same thing kind of, I guess, across most sports, kind of most of the 80s and early and into the towards the end of the 90s, I guess. But I don't know. I don't do it to get rich either. I do it because I'm
it's just a
fan. But what I want to do is my goal to turn it into a game for myself. So I buy a bunch of cards for a few bucks here and there because I like the player and I'd like to have maybe a couple pages, or just collect those players. I like them. They're fucking fun to watch. Whatever. Don't really need an excuse. But then I'd also like to get cards that are like, say, worth tens of dollars, $20, maybe a $50 card or something like that. I'd like to take one of those and flip it upwards and like get a card that's worth hundreds of dollars. And I want to try and work upwards that way. Like get a few cards that are worth something, and okay, that's it. That's the end of your household allowance towards baseball cards, so to speak. You want to do any more fucking baseball card collecting, you fucking figure the shit out. You got some stuff there and just play the game. That's what I would like to do. Whether I'm successful in that, let's be honest, it's unlikely, but I'll try.
Do you remember there was like the mini sticks everyone used to collect for hockey? The little white plastic sticks. People would curve them too and bring them to school and we'd play.
That's funny. Used to curve from back here. It's funny, man. I guess that's like shit like that's universal. You give a Canadian a flat hockey stick and they're just
no, not having it.
Remember people would have them like freaking sticking them in the oven too long and coming out and they're like black and bubbled up and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's good times.
Shit.
Well, dude, I think I need to go find something to eat. I'm starving, and I've eaten all my hotel food. So
I think I need to have a hot shower after that ride. That's fucking all sore.
nice. Yeah, that's the first thing I did after getting home from work. It was fucking nice, fairly warm, but like a super cold wind today. So like it wasn't bad if you're kind of down low or fucking in amongst trees, but like as soon as you get out, it's like holy fuck down the back of your neck. So I had a bit of a chill by the time I got back. So fucking nice hot shower to warm up. Like feeling better. But yeah, everyone in live chat, I want to thank y'all for hanging out. Again, been a great time listening to me babble like an idiot for the better part of an hour. Thank God, GB.
In my tardiness. You
You fucking saved me, man.
you fucking saved me, bro.
So
This is what Thursday is, though, just to hang out for the gang.
Man.
It's
I'm just having fun.
Yeah, it's fun. It's the 27 OGs that are in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you get to fucking you got to see how awesome Canadian or native dispensaries are in this neck of the woods, man. Like there's the old lady and I'll be good for quite a while.
There you go. That's what I like to
and
hear.
concentrates, chill out, throws in the fridge, and away we go for the bit. With that, I guess we're out of here. We'll be back Sunday morning for Wake and Bake. Gonna be great times.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
that will be the weekend.
Later, y'all.